Good morning, my beautiful Starseed family. This morning, I want to remind you of one teaching, of one concept that basically all the great spiritual teachers have taught. It comes down to one principle. Think about it. I'm going to tell you in a minute what it is, but whether it is Babaji, whether it is Yogananda, whether it is even Jesus or Abraham Hicks, and whether it is any real spiritual teacher out there, Phil Good, Lori Ladd, they say the same thing. And this is something which I always stress, and what is actually at the core of spiritual mastery, which is at the core of happiness, at the core of moving through this pretty negative world that is trying to be ruled by negatives, right? This one principle, and you have to remember this. It's so simple, but we forget, and to implement it is not so easy. So it's this: true happiness. True happiness is a choice that has to come from within, and that has to be independent of outside circumstances, right? I mean, remember Abraham Hicks? We've all listened to Abraham Hicks, right? All of us. Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks, right? And she always talks about the vortex, getting into the vortex and having and feeling and being the vibration of what you want, even if it's not around you. That's a very easy way to see it. Oh, and by the way, here, take a look at this. Ooh, look at this. What is this? I'm always going to show you little beautiful things that I see. Ooh, this is a church. This is a tiny little town. Like, look at this. And this tiny town has one of the most giant, huge Catholic churches around. Like, is that good or bad, my friends? Anyways, so if you want to survive what's going on around us, we've all been greatly disillusioned by this world. You know, thinking that it was such a safe, such a good place, that people had our best interest in mind, the ones who are more powerful in big or small ways, but we found it wasn't so. And every day we are faced with neighbors, friends, family members who we feel think so differently and whose attitudes make us unhappy, who we think maybe are not awakened, who we think are evil, who a lot of things. But this morning, after a conversation with a friend who was so dismayed at meeting someone who was in a group, and it was an older lady. She was so nice. She says, "Oh no, I'm so disappointed that people are let in here that are not vaccinated. I can't go there anymore. No one's wearing a mask. It's such a shame." And this lady was a very, very nice older lady, and she was really lamenting this, and she was, really feeling it and believing this. And the friend I talked to was so disappointed and dismayed and said, "Wow, all these nice people, they're so brainwashed. It's so sad. How can this be?" And he was very depressed. And so this is the type of situation we face every single day. So the thing is this: I realized that I heard the story and I was like, okay. And I felt very neutral about it. I was like, okay. People make a choice. Ooh, the church bells are ringing. They always ring when I'm here. That's interesting, isn't it? Okay. Everybody has their own universe, makes their own choices, and looks for their own happiness. And if you are dependent on what's happening in the world, what your neighbor is saying, if you are dependent on having your emotions go down every time you either feel sorry for the world, or feel sad about what's going on, or see the suffering around you, or feel that you are suffering because of outside circumstances, then you will never be happy. You will never be happy. You will never reach independent happiness. You will never reach alignment. You will never reach empowerment. The empowerment and happiness and alignment has to come from within, 100%, no matter what. No matter what, I'm telling you. Even if you're not happy with a relationship. Oh, I was looking over there. Little coffee shop. People are probably looking at me. Speaking English into a phone. No, I'm saying even if you're in a relationship that you're not happy with, if people are not behaving how you want, If you feel things are unfair, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. What is it that you do want? Focus on that. Everywhere, every situation that you are in, every place you're in, every relationship you're in, there's always a point of happiness. There's always something that's beautiful that you want, something you can focus on that and derive your physical happiness from that if you need it. And then just keep your eyes up onto the path that you want to be on that, what it is that you want, on how you want to feel in the end, and start feeling it. It's also a choice. You can choose how you feel. You can choose what you think. And negative thoughts bring about negative emotions. And in the end, if you've gone through some stuff, a dark night of the soul, in the end you realize it was all in your head, in your mind, derived perhaps from circumstances or happenings, but in the end, depression, it's all in the mind. And it is a choice. If you can start to focus and train and discipline your mind to focus on things that you do want and not on all the negative stuff. And then you can start to feel neutrality. I'm neutral. I'm like, okay, this is happening. Bad stuff is happening, and I do have empathy, and I do feel it. I let it flow through me, but then I come back to a place of neutrality, a place where I can be happy because I choose the happiness within me. Do you understand? So this is really, really important. Whoa, this guy drove really close by me, like almost over my foot. Wow. Ooh, that church, eh? So this is what I wanted to talk to you about. Last night I made a video about feeling too much, about your heart being wide open, and about how you can regulate that, how you can deal with feeling so much. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is recognizing and understanding that your happiness and your joy and your independence and power has to come from within, 100%. It cannot be dependent on outside circumstances. And as soon as you start choosing better thoughts, higher vibrations, being more happy, then the alignment from the outside will come and your world will change. And that seriously is one such important teaching that every single spiritual teacher always tries to hammer into our heads. And it is so true, right? So right now, if you are in a situation that is really not so nice, I want to keep walking so you can see a little more here. And you're saying, but how can this be? I'm so unhappy. Like, the circumstances are terrible. You have to train and discipline your mind to not keep going in circles round and round and down that road. Oh, look at this, look at this. If you don't like what you see, just close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes for a moment and visualize something that you do like. And try to raise your vibration with the inner imagination of something beautiful. And the principle is true. The principle is so true. The law of attraction, all those things, even if they have maybe different frames of reference, it is true. If you choose from within to have a high vibration and you manage to stay in that good thought, good vibration, in that positive, empowered feeling, then the world around you has to change to match it. That's just how it works. It's reverse engineering. Instead of looking for happy situations and things and running after them and hoping they will make you happy, you make yourself happy first, and then the situations will be attracted to you. They will come to you. Just like you know that if you're a miserable person, how can you attract a beautiful, positive lover? No. Don't run after that beautiful lover, you being miserable, hoping they'll make you happy. Make yourself happy and empowered and beautiful and magnetic first. And then that beautiful lover will run to you and come to you and zoom, be attached to you if you want that. But you know what I mean, right? Be attracted to you. That's how it works. So happiness from within. Start now. And you will see that in a few days, your world will start to change to align itself to your inner happiness. Love you. Ciao for now.